so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. In motion left here, Landry. From the 16, Winston. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's putted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Browns had 2 and 12 in what has been a tough year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, and you flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they must put together a nice drive and help themselves out. But sometimes, despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Jameis to throw it. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll send a receiver in motion left. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to get this up to midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Newton. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now Winston on 4th down. He throws and he gets the slant route to Thomas. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be first down, Saints.
Ready.
From the red zone now, Winston. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jameis again. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They're going to get after him one more time.
4th down, Winston. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Browns defense stands tall. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off of play action, it's Watson. Steps away. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs Browns has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. He's going to have the hook up. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, Winston. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. receiver in motion left. Again, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Final play of the half here. Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of the defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Watson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Watson off play action. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. York able to send this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The slot man in motion right. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And this will wind up as Saints first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Shifts by him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime Minks had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Kamara up the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. On the counter, here's Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Winston on 3rd and 2. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week. Watching your own video,
your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
Demario Davis there on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They run it again with Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. On the jet sweep, here's Cooper.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
They're going for it with the option right. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Winston to throw. He's got his target. It's Olave. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Winston. Thomas brings it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Now Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
First throw in OT for Watson. And this one is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Faking the give, now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Jameis now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. This one caught out wide by Landry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 35-yard line.
2nd down at 5. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Ready?
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Saints, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to